Listen to that first reading, and it just sings the praise of wisdom. And wisdom is the Holy Spirit, if you will. Wisdom is God in the way he's being treated in these words here. But we break it down a little bit, and we call wisdom a woman. We call God expressing himself in wisdom. And it's more valuable than anything that could be mentioned. And so you start to think, what are the gifts of wisdom that one would value? And I can't say what they are for you, but for me, I think the first was peace and serenity. Peace to allow me to get past the anger that I lived with all my life. It was a constant companion. I just could never rid myself of it. But finally, finding sobriety and finding another relationship with God than the one that I had, I found some peace. The anger I had is no longer there. Oh, it has its moments, but it is nothing like it was. And the other is serenity. Now, for me, serenity is living in today. I have no worries about the past. There's no one who can call me on the phone. There's nobody who could surprise me and embarrass me about my past. My past has been taken care of. It's been given to God, and God has forgiven it, and he's shown me his love through it. And there's no problem with the future. Now you may say, well, you don't have much of one, but that's not the point. The point is I don't worry about tomorrow. I really don't care about tomorrow. Tomorrow will come and we'll figure out what's going to happen tomorrow. God lives not in the past. He says, I'm not a God of the dead, and he is not a God of the future. He is a God of the now. And what serenity brings me is that now. And that's where I can live in serenity and peace. And I can also live without fear. And that's the other great gift wisdom brings me. I have no fear. Well, of course, if I don't live in this future, how can there be any fear? Today is taking care of itself. There's nothing to fear. And tomorrow will unveil, and I know there'll be nothing to fear. That's the gift of wisdom. That's what God does for me. And that's why I rank God first in all of the things that I would want in my life. If I am at peace with myself, with my God, if I'm at peace with you, if I'm not afraid of today or tomorrow, if my past is all right, what more could I ask? What more could I want than what's already been given to me? It's just being aware of what we value. But Jesus, as he challenges us and his apostles, dares us to look harder at those things we think are important. He dares us to take on wisdom's heart. And that goes back to that second reading. The second reading, Paul says, allow your heart to teach you the truth. The heart has a truth. Not just the mind, not just the brain, but the heart. This thing, is a humongous gift to us, but it's a terrible burden. It won't shut up. Have you ever tried to shut that thing up? It won't work. Someone told me they did this for 30 seconds. They kept saying, I'm thinking of nothing. I thought, that's oxymoronic if you're thinking of nothing. But that's the best a lot of people can do. We can't shut that brain down unless we go in and find the wisdom of the hearts, the experience of who we really are. What does God want for me? He'll teach you when you look within yourselves. It's not hidden behind a tree out here. He's not playing games with you. Oh, God, where did you hide my future? Your future's right in here. Look within, but you have to quiet this brain. You have to be able to come into your heart, and you have to deal with all those possessions that you've got. I'll grant you guys this. You can keep the The blankets you brought with you, and the teddy bears you brought with you, you can keep those all, okay? But the rest of it you got to be able to let go of. Nothing is more important than being at peace. And then the other thing that he's telling this rich young man is that you have to be, if you want to be with me, you have to be able to let go of things and give it away. And I heard last week this reflection that really grabbed me. It said in Israel there are 2 seas, okay? And one of the seas is absolutely without life. It's called the Dead Sea. Nothing grows there. The salination is so strong, nothing grows in the Dead Sea. Water comes in, but nothing leaves. It all stays there and rots. But the other one, the Sea of Galilee, the water flows in and the water flows out, and it is full of life, all the time full of life. And if you want to be full of life, that's what you have to be able to do. To allow the gifts to come to you and pass them on. Let them go. And you will have life. But if you hold on to it, nothing will grow in you. Nothing will grow. And this is just experience talking. This is just experience trying to tell us how we need be.